wheels in the open road. I got the throttle wide open, feel my pace. Got 100 horses between my legs. No destination, no end in sight. Just me in the open road, riding into the moonlight. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Life in the fast lane, it's easy to maintain. Just twist the throttle on back and feel no pain. From the open highways, backwoods of the country, where live free or die is the only way. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Never look back, never look back, never look back, never look back, never look
Hi, I'm Ian, and as you know, I am the designer at Abruzzi, and today we're going to talk about karting boots. There they are, they look a bit bland, but as you know, we pride ourselves on being custom at Abruzzi, so you can have your own name, flag, your logo, and look at the colours, everything you could want from under the rainbow. There's suedes, there's leathers, the possibilities are almost endless. There's reds, there's blues, there's greens, orange, pink, everything. Squirrels! No, not squirrels. Gold looks nice though. Get your custom boots and gloves at abruzzi.co.uk. All of our products are high quality and handmade, so get your wear your way.
And we are green. Evenly start inside line with the edge.
Mark Jackson just slower than Wesley Hollinger.
The drivers around the corners as long as they hit their...
Max off lid.
the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket treadless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in vain. The name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave. The US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
All right, welcome everyone here live on MaxSpeedTV. It's the Loose Lug Nuts Racing League. Welcome back. This is the K&N All-Star Summer Recruitment Series. So we got a new car on some smaller tracks mixed in with some mile and a halves for this, 18-week-esque season. Races may change. If you look at that thumbnail there, that'll give you a pretty good idea of what we're going to be running week to week. Minus those off days. But again, welcome everyone. I am your host here this evening, Jeff Wood. On cameras, Mr. Michael D'Amico, and just me up in the booth tonight. So maybe we'll hear from Panic Robert Matisse tomorrow evening as he is racing tonight. Welcome all. Let us know how you like this K&N car. If you've actually put some time down on some speedways out here on iRacing. We're getting into qualifying here. We actually have a ton of drivers on track tonight, a lot more than I expected. So just remember, we are letting new people into the league at this moment, so they're mixing and melding with our new guys. We're going to try to be on top of getting people out if they're not working well, that type of deal. So bear with us. We'll probably see people pop in and out week to week. You never know. So getting off into this car, though. So I've watched a lot of practice, and it may be a little bit difficult if you came over and watched our Thursday race, our Truck Series race at Texas. Green to checkered on Thursday night, 5 laps at Texas on ASN. Here on MaxSpeedTV tonight, though, this K&N car is a lot loose. There's a 70% fuel load. I don't know if that is being the problem, so next week we might look at adding in the 30% more fuel to get us back to that 100% mark to see if that helps balance the car. We'll talk it over with the admin group here tonight to see the pros and cons of car handling. But a lot of it comes down to the drivers. They've all put down 40 plus laps hopefully here in practice before qualifying to know what they're trying to handle tonight. Top of the board still during this 5-minute open qualifying session is Kyle Chadwick. Scott Patton, new to lug nuts, not new to racing. He's up in second. What a show he put on Thursday, finishing third in that race. And it looks like Justin Michael just got up to third, so quick top 3 halfway through qualifying. If you got a favorite driver out there, let us know who you're rooting for here tonight. We'll have some eyes on people. Maybe your buddy told you, hey, come check out this iRacing stuff, and I'm running it. Still looking at the board. A lot of big names here from the winter season, which we'll call our trophy season. That's where points matter, and trophies are handed out at the end. A nice die cast goes to the champion of each of the 3 divisions that we run. But Justin Michael swept all those. He'll be in the number 13 machine here tonight, mellow yellow. A little bit of mix-up of a paint scheme for him. He'll have his number back next week for sure. And I don't care. I like the Kyle Busch scheme. A lot of guys running these K&N cars are running throwback schemes from when we did a race a long time ago. Still about 30 seconds plus in qualifying. Not much change at the top. Scott Patton looks like he's got the top of the board. Maybe good to be on the inside here tonight to start, but with a lot of cars rolling around the speedway, I'm talking 30 plus guys out here vying for some time. We may have something crazy, and we were talking about that in the chat before the national anthem got done there with Madison Rising, that there's a new damage model out here for the K&N or ARCA car. It is labeled ARCA now, the ARCA Menards Series car, but if you go look at it in the official races, it's still the K&N Chevrolet Impala SS. And that's right, every one of these guys are running a Chevy out here tonight. Checker flag flying, last 30 seconds of qualifying. Quick shout out to our sponsors here at Loose Lug Nuts Racing, Abruzzi Racewear USA, Your Wear Your Way. Go check them out. See what type of gloves and shirts and boots you can get to help protect your simwear or kart racing. MaxSpeedTV, ASN, Over the Top Designs, all big sponsors. RaceGear.com. A lot of the paints out here tonight from Mr. John Hedrick and Kevin Winter at Over the Top Designs. Going to be gridding up on the field. Give these guys a couple seconds. We'll have a rundown of guys at least logged in that I can see at the moment. All right, here we go. Top 2 are logged in, so we'll go ahead and go down this field since it's quite a big one and only a 1-mile speedway. Scott Patton, fast time, 27.816. He gets the pole, outside pole. 88 of Kyle Chadwick, 27.837. So at least a couple hundredths off there for Kyle Chadwick. Randy Arms, 3rd. Justin Michael, 4th. Vernon Markheim, 5th. He was really good during practice. Rob Haynes, 6th. Jeff Merck, 7th. Dustin Covington, 8th. Thomas Haley, 9th. Newcomer there. Good to see him up there in the top 10 early. Brandon Murray, great Thursday run. See if he can't back it up here tonight. He'll start 10th. Andrew Schulte 11th. Mark Jackson, when he logs in, will be 12th, hopefully. Judd Danielson, Mr. Abruzzi right there, 13th. Kevin Winter back in the 78 machine here tonight, 14th. Brandon Thornhill, 15th. Ray Richards, 16th. Dylan Gona, 17th. Tony Romack in the hip check machine, 18th. Bob Wells, Hold My Beer Racing, 19th. Ronald Klein, 20th. Matt Crockett, new guy here tonight, 21st. David Johnson, 22nd. Wes Holland, the king himself. Got Elvis Reese's there on the side of the machine. Should help distinguish the king. Travis Browder, 18, labeled number 5. He'll have to change that up. He starts 24th. Zach McSwain, 25th. Trent Drum, 26th. Nice old school paint job right there on that 12 machine. Robert Matisse, 27th. Keith Haney will not log. Josh Scott, 28th. James Haney, 29th. Chris Boyles, 30th. And 31st, Timothy Smith in the 901 machine. If you see 9 numbers, 9 in front means they're new to the league, not necessarily new to iRacing, but new to the league. That's how we determine this summer season our rookies, air quote here. Pace car lights are out. Going to be a half lap wind up to the start here. This is crucial. I think if they can get past the first lap or two, they'll get spread out and do a really good job at getting these tires, some heating them. We'll see what's going on. First start is on the flagman here at Loose Lugness Races, so we got to wait to the box. Here we go, 921 looking at it. Cars looking wide. Green, green, green. Here we go on MaxSpeedTV for the K&N All-Star Summer Series. Let's get them rocking. Nice, easy start up front. Not seeing any tire spin out of turns 1 and 2. Looking back as the camera pans, they're doing it real easy and nice. Scott Patton off to the early lead. Looks like Kyle Chadwick comes up third with Randy Arms rolling around second. 2x2, about 8th, 9th, 10th on backwards. They're really fighting. Some car gets below the yellow line there. NOS Energy Machine don't have a number on it right now. We'll leave these guys alone at the top and go to about position number 10. I think that's Andrew Schulte and the 11 machine. Yeah, he was the NOS guy. I saw get low there. He was battling with the 2 of Brandon Murray. Oh, sideways is Andrew Schulte. Not a ton of practice time. He keeps it under himself. You see Kevin Winter and Brandon Murray starting to mix it up with Mark Jackson looking on backwards. Still face it forwards though, which is for the 3 machine. Nice good start here, 3 laps in quickly of a 100 lap race. Didn't get those infos in. There is a 20 incident limit, no fast repairs, and track temps are hovering around 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and only Mr. D'Amico would know if that was true right now out in Phoenix. Yeah, Mr. D'Amico says not really, so a little bit of abbreviated temperatures right now on the sim. Let's go back up front, see what the 921 of Scott Patton's doing. Randy Arms is trying his best to get to him, but Scott Patton really sticking to that first place time. He did use up a lot of tires on a couple of his runs, the 921 machine of Scott Patton early on Thursday. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, misses the mark there, but recovers real well outside of 2 through the back stretch, which is technically the front stretch in real racing. We're waiting on that update here for iRacing to avert the track to what NASCAR actually runs. Good racing out here. They got away. Let's peel over. I think I saw maybe Dustin Covington in the 7th spot right there. That 48 machine back to his normal paint scheme. He's rolling around right there by Bernard Markheim, looking for some spots. Got to the bumper of the 923 machine, but had to let off. The bumpers are not working well. There's not a lot of straightaways here, so every which way you're turning. 923 looking for a move on Rob Haynes. Yeah, not a lot of straightaways. A lot of car going sideways. Easy to hook this machine around. incredibly good racing. I know y'all fans did not get to watch the actual practice, but boy, this is quite a bit of improvements from what we saw them shaking the bugs out. A little bit of problem there with my YouTube side of things, just trying to straighten out the chap there. See Mr. Goody over there picking Kyle Chadwick. That is a strong pick. He finished 4th on Thursday at Texas in the trucks. We'll be back next Thursday in the Xfinity cars at Bristol, just like what the actual guys would have ran. Cup cars tomorrow night at Texas themselves during the lights, so that should be fun on that new Texas track. Oops, seeing Andrew Schulte blank a little bit. I'm following the 13 Justin Michael around just because Mr. Champ there's not winning the race as Mr. Michael D'Amico so thought he would. He's rolling around in that 13, unfortunately. Usually 87. Like I said, we'll get back to his normal number, but that old Kyle Petty mellow yellow throwback scheme he's got in there looks really nice. Let's pan over to that 3rd place machine, the 88 of Kyle Chadwick, one of the picks out there in chat early on. It is early on. Looks like he may be conserving a little bit of tires. About 1.1 seconds off our leader of the 921 of Scott Patton. Letting Randy Arms do all the hard work in front of him, takes him down. Oh, we got moving back there. That's the 48 of Dustin Covington around position number 7. Oh, he dives it down there. 199 of Rob Haynes on the outside, battles back with the slow 48 off the corner. Andrew Schulte's right there. Werner Marghan picks up a position before we got to move over, but 48 still on the inside of 199. This is dangerous. 48, oh, clip that yellow, moves up. No door contact. They're battling hard off the corner. 199 above the 48 at the line, but 48 has the primary position down low. Oh, scoots the corner again. Rob Haynes is going to clear him through the triangle. Oh, 60 of Jeff Merck off on the backstretch. No caution. There we go. There's a caution. Not too much damage. We'll get a replay coming up with that 60 machine. Coming up real shortly here with Jeff Merck and that 60. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to find it. My iRacing controls went a little bit too far back here. Trying to find the lap number. Lap number 13 off of turn number 2, just loses it for the 60 of Jeff Merck. Down in the pits, these cars go. Everyone probably going to take 4 fresh tires and no fuel at this point, I imagine. 4 tires for the 921. Thomas Haley disconnect there. Don't know what happened to him. Randy Arms gets out second. Chadwick third. No change for the top 3 going into the pits. Justin Michael out 4th. Markheim 5th. I did see the 76 of Ronald Klein take an extra lap here. There are 30 cars on track. At least that's what we started with. And it could be difficult in this short track atmosphere to get 30 cars to pit and not get lapped if you're at the tail end of that line. So maybe some strategy there from the 76 machine of Ronald Klein. He is leading the pack. Yep. Well, we weren't able to find that replay at all, but we gave it a shot. It was the 60 machine of Jeff Merck. Didn't look like he got too much damage. Damage is actually a huge thing with these K&N or ARCA cars nowadays. I called it K&N series well before they changed it on iRacing over to the ARCA Menards series. So, like I was saying, that damage is quite a tremendous factor. You're easier to cut down a car tire here on the right front, so to say, based on the damage model. We didn't get to see any, tires flying over. I've seen some hoods pop off. It looks like an Indy car the way the tires dangle around if there's a hard enough front end hit. Hopefully we get to see it, sort of, and hopefully, we kind of don't, because we don't want any of our competitors with that big of a hit. Usually those are big old pileups. 29 cars on the track still of the 31 that started Browder and Haley off the speedway. I think Browder was having a high ping issue or connection issue here. Pace car lights are out as we go down the back straightaway. Short tracks don't offer a lot of chance for these guys to pit and get some interviews in, but we will try nonetheless if we come back to another caution. Maybe we'll just say hi to those sponsors yet again. It is at leader's discretion after the pace car drops. There goes that pace car. Klein can start it whenever he wants. Wait. Boxes here. There they go. Green flag again. Back to green. Ronald Klein leads them off. Scott Patton with the outside start is going to have to battle Randy Arms there, the 83 machine, showing back up here from Loose Luggins Racing. Kevin Winter, I think I saw a car around quickly enough. There's the quick yellow. 28 of Chris Boyles all alone. I don't know if he stacked up any other cars. Self-spin there from the 28. Mr. D'Amico's probably looking for it yet again. He's got this one, he says. I'm a little bit off. So quick caution, no detriment to any of the drivers that I saw other than Chris Boyles smoking those tires. Let's see. Looking for an interview here. I think I'm going to grab the Rob Haynes of 199 and let's talk to the 199 machine real quick under this quick yellow. That was a self-spin back there from one of your teammates, but yeah, it looked like real good racing for 15 laps. Amazingly enough, after watching practice, how are you feeling in that machine right now?
It feels pretty good, Jeff. A little bit loose on the starts. Starts to tighten up a little bit as you get a bit of wear on the tires, but no, the car's not too bad. I mean, these cars got a little bit of a big nose on them, so I know guys like to stick it in there, and that can cause a bit of problems. But no, that first one was good, and I'm looking forward to more of that.
Yep, I think we got it better than what we did in practice. At least maybe the admins cleared off some of that egos out there. But you know, if there's one thing, if you raced the Xfinity Series now to this car in K&N on Saturday, what do you define as the big difference other than the nose you mentioned?
I guess the damage. That's a big one too. You got to protect your car here. Damages, can really affect the car and affect just the way it handles. And I mean, just you got to keep it clean and keep the tires from wearing too much. I noticed over that run, the tire wear wasn't too bad, so I think that was why Ronald stayed out up front there, and seemed to work out for him so far. So taking notes on that one, Jeff.
Yeah, and you know, I did set up all these races, so I'll be to blame for whatever goes wrong, but tell me how the fuel is.
The fuel, what am I looking at? About 50 laps, I think. No, 60 laps per tank. So we can go a long way here. Can't make it to the end from here. We got at least one more. So.
All right, well, that's good to hear. I at least try to make y'all pit at least once if it was, green flag racing. But thanks for those insights, Rob, and hopefully you go out there and dominate some more positions.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Have a good night, guys.
All right, still looking to get back to green and wondering what these guys can do. Pace car lights just going off, so they're going to double up. Not a lot of pitting unless you're probably in the back of the field. Still 28 cars maybe sitting here on the lead lap and still on the track. Ronald Klein with probably the only guy to stay out. Felt like he liked the older tires better. Seems to have worked well for the 76. Going to lead us back to the green yet again. Unfortunately, cautions do breed cautions, and I don't want it to be that case because a lot of self-spins right now for this short 100-lap race. We'll get back to some green flag racing hopefully here. Pace car down, up to Ronald Klein to start it. He started it right off the barrels last time. There he goes again, into the box, green flag. Not a lot of moving through the field except for Ronald Klein. Randy Arms, Scott Patton going to go 2x2 again. Looks like Kyle Chadwick and Justin Michael. Justin Michael dives to the bottom. Dogleg is closed on the backstretch with that cones. It was going to be open, but then tons of drivers and yellow flag yet again. Oh, here we go. This is a good time to look at that damage model because the 904 of Dylan Gonis with a wild ride off the dogleg. Boy, he clipped that wall and just destroyed that front end. Look at that new damage model. Hood's up on that 904 of Dylan Gonis going around the track. Oh boy, I have to see if Mr. D'Amico can get inside that car. I want to see if the hood's actually blocking the field of vision. From my point of view, it is. This is quite extraordinary iRacing. I kind of like it. I don't know why he's going around the speedway still with a damaged car and a hood up. Maybe he just can't see the pit road. You hear the car misfire and whatnot. This is really interesting here. I know we're back to caution again, but that is a unique feature here in iRacing, and I think Mr. D'Amico hit it well on the head earlier. With the style of damage model, it's like R Factor 2, RF2, if anyone's out there played that sim. Graphics aren't great on that sim, but that damage model was a unique damage model, at least for RF2. I actually might try to find Dylan Gonis and tell him to go to the pits. All right, well, we're going to bring up Dylan Gonis in that 904, usually 27 machine. Dude, can you see? Well, not talking at the moment, maybe cursing elsewhere. He can see, just not here. He needs to get that thing on pit road if it's what it seems to be like. I would assume he's having trouble finding pit road. He's got a large TeamSpeak channel to help communicate with, though. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see, waiting for that pace car to turn out lights again and get some good green flag racing in. Rob Haynes, during his interview, did say there was about a 60-lap fuel window, so still even not at that mark. Just about, though. They keep up this pace, and it'll help that fuel load. See a couple of guys warming up those tires. New tire model. I say it's new. It's about 2 months old now, 3 months old, however long. These guys should be well informed of how to deal with their tires by now. Maybe a little less so with the Canaan car coming back into the fold, learning the weight balance, the width, that type of deal, how much car to use. Pace car lights are out, looking to go green on lap 28 of 100 here. Here we go, back to green, quick to the gas is Ronald Klein, 76 gets him out and going. Markheim down to the bottom, Chadwick's going to have to fight Justin Michael and Scott Patton. Randy Arms rallies really hard from the outside spot. Looks like those tires aren't really helping Ronald Klein with a good start from the 83. 83 to the lead. Oh, Ronald Klein. Caution before Ronald Klein even hit.
Fellas, we have got
the 28 again. Well, we'll call that on the 28 and the 76. Ronald Klein with significantly more damage, but technically not why the caution was waived. It was the 28 and 76, so a repeat offender. The 3 machine I see went around there. I'll have to figure out what happened to Mark Jackson. Looks like a racing checkup issue, contact with a teammate there. Three machine of Mark Jackson's going to have damage. Well, a lot of things happen there. All right, admin team's going to have to get down there and start yelling at these teams, even though one of the guys out there, probably 2 of them, involved in some sort of mix-up. Real pacing racing going on right here. Had a great start, and now they're trying to find the foothold once again. We did get a chance to see how quickly those tires could fall off. I thought turn 4 onto the front stretch would be the bad part. We've seen a lot of guys off turn 2 and through the dog leg just sort of lose it. I don't know why that's the trouble corner. It used to be all front straightaway here, especially where you could bottleneck them. That used to be a bad portion of the racetrack. Guys still holding on to their track position. Not a lot of pitting going on. I imagine the 76 and the 28 and the number 3 machine, along with probably the 68 of Brandon Thornhill, probably had to take her down for some fast repairs. The radiator does stick back a little bit from where the actual nose curve is, so there is a little bit of wiggle room, but anything probably over 75 miles an hour will crunch down on that radiator pretty quick. Still just getting them around the speedway. We get back to another caution, we might find ourselves in for a commercial break. Get to see those sponsors and recognize them for this race. See a lot of people out there still communicating, chat. That's what we'd like to see. Y'all talk about the race, and I'll talk along right beside you. Drive for Diabetes Awareness on the hood of that 2 machine of Brandon Murray. I think he's 2 still. He might be on the 13. Yet again, that was a hosted race on Thursday. Pace car lights are out. We're going to be getting back to green pretty quick. Waiting for that pace car to drop. Here we go. Randy Arm's going to have the top seat here. Going to be able to tell us when to start. Waiting. Almost to the box.
Green flag.
In the box, green flag. Here we go. A little bit of wiggle from the back of the field there. Scott Patton down to second. Randy Arms has a good. Cal Chadwick in the third. Justin Michael fighting hard toward the wall. I think that was maybe Dustin Covington didn't get a quick number on that. New paint schemes and all out here. I usually know what they look like. Maybe it was Judd Danielson in that Abruzzi machine, 85. I think that is correct. 85 got in the wall off of turn number 2. Here through turn number, turn!
Caution.
48 of Dustin Covington, and I think the 4 maybe of Wes Holland with some contact. We'll have to get it on a replay. They got a quick lap in there. Little bit of wiggle from 48. 4 tags him after he gets slowed up on the front straightaway. And around they go. Let's see who they take with them. Rob Haynes, interviewed him earlier. Looks like Bob Wells, some big damage there, 62. They continue crashing all the way down in turn number 1. So maybe a little bit of weeding out of cars here early on. We'll have to see what the rest of the race brings. Not able to get but a lap in this time around. They're looking at pits. Nope, fake at the front from Scott Patton. Maybe took a couple down there of Wes Holland, maybe. I know he's going to have a little bit of damage. Not an intentional spin from the 4 machine, but he did tag that bumper of the 48, who slowed up. .42 with Bob Wells with significant damage already on pit road here. Dylan Gonis still able to fix his machine. Hemp Shack of 62 of Romac gets out, as does David Johnson. A lot of guys just pitting around there. I did mention we were going to go take a commercial break, but I talked through it yet again. Let's see. We'll actually go talk to Brandon Murray, and hopefully he's not cursing away with his team at the moment. Well, here we go. Brandon Murray. I caught him at the end of the conversation, luckily.
Yeah.
Let's see. You're rolling around here. You did some avoidance on that last caution. You got sponsor out here in chat with Drive for Diabetes Awareness. Who's sponsoring that hood for every one of your machines. Looking real nice. Trying to duplicate success from Thursday. What do you find in the difficulty to be other than some green flag racing?
Really, not getting the green flag runs is the hardest part. I feel like we're really good on a longer run. We were clicking off some pretty decent times in that first run that we had. So I think we got something for these guys if we can get that long run. But the way it's shaking out right now, I don't know if we're going to. So we're just going to have to try to get as many positions on these restarts as we can and just see how the cautions fly. Yeah. It's kind of where we're at, man.
Yeah, I hate to see it that quickly after such a great start. Kind of back to what we've seen during practice. Is there any way that the drivers themselves, you think, could get out of this little crutch that they seem to be leaning on of, quick moves?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to race with your head. I mean, we're 37 laps into a 100-lap event. You're not going to win it right now. You're not going to win it 20 laps from now. You have to be there at the end to win these races. What's that old saying? To finish first, you must first finish. A lot of these guys who are wrecking, some of them are veterans, some of them are newer guys, so they really just need to pay attention, drive with their head. There's no reason we should have this many cautions this quick, but we'll overcome it like we always do, and hopefully it'll shake out and we'll be at the front with this Drive for Diabetes Awareness ARCA car here. I want to shout out to those guys for coming on board.
All right, getting back to green mighty quickly here. Thank you for coming up and talking.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, going to be back to green quickly after that conversation. Those do help to shorten those laps around the track. Pace car down. Randy Arms going to have the lead here. Waiting as he does. Into the box. Green flag. 83 quickly to the top. Gets his angle into the corner. Hopefully these guys start to space it out a little bit. A little bit of heavy move there from the 78 machine. Looking real nice. This has been the trouble spot early on in these early laps since the new tires. 78 moved the top of the corner there. Here they come back down to the front straightaway. 2x2, the 78 and the 13, but Justin Michael, the 87 normally. Ooh, 13 almost tagged the 923. He's on the high side. Does not like the car up there. Brandon Murray to his inside. Brandon Murray still looking for that position. Judd there gets chopped down a little bit from Justin Michael. Brandon Thornhill back there in the wings with, I believe that is Jeff Merck, who was our first caution. Back to single file racing. Now they're just wanting to get in that groove again. Good to see. Battle for the lead up front. Randy Arms loses it to Scott Patton. Kyle Chadwick looking to get back to that inside to the bumper. A little bit dangerous. If he got out of the throttle, Chadwick would have been right in the rear of the 83. So goes short track racing sometimes. You got to take those chances. Caught a few laps in. What Brandon Murray said did ring true. 14 to 16 second range. So Chadwick out there with Brandon Murray. Like I said, Jeff Merck third. Some double pitting going on here from those machines that need the help to get those cars repaired. We did watch the 76 car machine do this move successfully. Wait for the start. Here we go. Kyle Chadwick back to the green flag. Lap 47 around the speedway. We'll see what these guys can do this time. Be tire difference and speed difference here. Chadwick gets through turns 1 and 2. Almost contact with 60 and 2 machine. Chadwick out quickly. Merck to second. Murray's going to have a fight on him with the 76 of Ronald Klein. Goes high, that 2 machine. Keeps it up under him. A lot of guys fighting those new tires, and now roadblocks in front of them, old tires. They got to be patient here. Mark Jackson is going to be the first guy to want to be moved. There's Randy Arms fighting his way through. Randy Arms gets up and under, and here we have another caution. Not quite sure what happened there with the 78, self-spin off the dog leg for the 78. And while this time I'm telling the truth, we're going to go ahead and visit those sponsors as we are under yellow yet again. So hang on to your seats. Let's go say hello to those commercial sponsors.
iRacing, the world's biggest premier online sim racing gives you, the driver, an experience of a lifetime competing some of the best drivers in the world. All drivers take their hand in each track and want to look good while putting it up front. Wouldn't you like to do the same? Introducing iRace, one of the leading online iRacing paint venues, offers you any custom paint that you desire. Show off your sponsors and style while running some of the greatest sim racers out there, and look great while pounding the pavement or spinning in the dirt. Any color or any design, no request is too small. From sprint cars to cup cars, they cover anything you want. Want to show off that local venue? Or how about running one of your favorite real-world drivers paint? iRaps does it all. Custom suits, helmets, cars, and logos. Just ask and we'll make it look like $1 million while you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour. iRaps produce high-quality virtual paint designs for iRacing vehicles of all kinds. Search iRaps on Facebook and send a message today to make your iRacing experience more than just making laps in a pre-made paint scheme. iRaps, the top of the line in online racing paint wraps. If you're looking for a gift for that special person, or just want to treat yourself, check out Expressions by Erica on Facebook.
Cups, hats, t-shirts,
Heat transfer vinyl,
graphics, and much, much more. Treat yourself with a personalized monogram to go on your Yeti cooler or the back of your car.
Erica does it all.
Need something that says I love you for Valentine's Day, your anniversary, or even day? Erica has you covered with the best gift for all of those special occasions. Missy from Facebook says they did an amazing job on what I ordered. They also did it very quickly, even though I had it shipped from South Carolina to Tennessee. I highly recommend them. Thank you, girls.
Also from Facebook, Casey says,
Yeah,
"Good
I
job."
was trying to
And they
say
did
that
it
we
last
were
minute.
losing
Maybe
connection
I
earlier.
forgot I needed it. Everyone loved it.
Contact
Keeps dropping.
Expressions by Erica by calling 843-810-3883 and like us on Facebook.
Expressions by Erica.
All right, back here live. We're just trying to get pacing around here again. This guy's race number 1 of 18 race scheduled summer season with the K&N car. So a little bit of learning curve here. They do got to get used to it. Mile tracks will be a norm for these guys. YouTube has been giving us some up and down moments. I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier there. So just sorry for that. It will hopefully buffer out in the long run if you have. Cal Edwick down pit road. Jeff Merck stays out, as does Randy Arms, and it looks like Rob Haynes. David Johnson into the pits and away. Chadwick looking for 4 tires. These guys are still trying to catch that pace car. Wave around, it looks like, for Zach Swain there. Yeah, my YouTube side I had to cut off. It was skipping so much. Unfortunately, I'll bring it back up here when we get back so I can interact with chat some. I know they're having trouble staying connected to it probably too. Yeah, well, we're going to go off air here pretty quick. Mr. D'Amico is going to start and stop the stream real quick, so we'll be right back here live on MaxSpeedTV with continuing coverage of Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Take another shot. Oh, yes, I am taking another shot if you did catch that, so hopefully we're back here, better connection, and seeing those guys roll around. I know I kept seeing up and down race watchers out there, so I just figured we were having a little bit of trouble. Mr. D'Amico, quick connection there, a little burp in the stream. Let me tell you, you haven't missed much if when we started having those problems. Maybe 3, 4, 5 laps of green flag racing. Admins are going to come down hard on these guys, and it could be a little bit of the car, but they've been here all evening trying to figure this out, so they should have it figured out quickly enough. Jeff Burke on the oldest tires there. He's going to be a sitting duck in my opinion, unless he can get there fast enough into that box, but Randy Arms had a good outside run last restart. Pace car down. Merck looking to kick us off here. Back to the loud pedal, green flag again. Merck with a good restart, good warmth in those tires. Randy Arms is going to battle to him quickly. Rob Haynes right there, as is Vernon Margheim. Through turns 1 and 2 is most of the pack, down through the dog leg. Jeff Burke's probably going to put a solid block on there. Rob Haynes down to the inside of Vernon Margheim. Margheim gives up a lot of track on the outside of there, onto the front straightaway. Merck wide off of turn number 2, as is Margheim. Margheim using that outside run off of turn number 2 against Rob Haynes, trying to get down to the inside. Rob does not let him go. Good recovery from the 199 machine, as he was involved in a crash about midway back through around lap 25. Big old block from the 199 against Scott Patton. Scott Patton's just looking to get back to the front. Rob Haynes says no. Now through the dog leg, those two go. 199, 921 battle it out. 199 is actually the number of Rob Haynes. He goes to the outside. Just took Scott Patton an extra lap and a half. Back to yellow.
So what you got going on out there, bud?
Big old crash back there. It involves the number 15 again with the 942 involved. We'll have to get an official what happened. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the 15. Yeah, comes off, sees a car high, but gets into the car below him. A little bit cold in the seat there for the 15 of David Johnson. Big damage with the 91 of Zach McSwain and the 15 of David Johnson, along with the 942. That would be Matt Crockett there. Jeff Merck down, as is Rob Haynes for some tires. Randy Arms is going to get the official nod to the lead here. Seeing some real short track racing here. 4 laps and then a caution, unfortunately. This is Phoenix, so it is a larger of the short track style. maybe the 78 with the returned lap there around the field. No, it wasn't the 78. John Hedrick there watching this race from inside the race sim, letting those drivers know of the leniency of week 1, but week 2 comes around, they will be setting that chair down on some feet. So that will help improve. 91 is Zach McSwain off the speedway. Some guys surviving, some guys just playing the odds here at the moment. A lot of mixing after we get outside the top 4 or 5 guys. Hopefully those guys with tires recognize the difference with no tires. Randy Arms, Vernon Markheim, Scott Patton, I believe that is Justin Michael, still getting used to seeing that mellow yellow. Pace car lights out, heading into turn number 3. Gonna get that pace car off yet again. They've been putting some miles on that pace car this evening. At least it's only been 1 mile at a time. Randy Arms sees no pace car. Gonna be back to green flag racing. Quick to the lead. Vernon Markheim's going to have to battle with the 921. Scott Patton gets the inside. Markheim's going to look for a quick dive there to the bottom. Justin Michaels there. Fast side on lap number 2 is the high side exit of turn number 2. Justin Michael now battles on the inside. Markheim still looking for the spot. Up goes the 13 in front of his nose. Good, strong battle there behind those guys. That's Tony Romack. And believe it or not, Chris Voiles with 2 self-spins already in that 28 machine. He's battled all the way back up to 5th. Maybe finally figuring out that car is Chris Voiles. And I'm sure there's a tire difference between the 62 and the 28. 78 of Kevin Winter, Judd Danielson battling just behind these guys. That is for position number 8-9 here on the speedway. Oh, car sideways. That was Rob Haynes. He collects it back. Kevin Winter with a high dive there. Judd Danielson go to the high side. Wes Holland back there trying to look up to get another spot. Gonna have to fall back line through the dog leg. Still a tough battle there for the 85. Looks like Thornhill's just in front of Kevin Winter, that 78. We'll be getting back to the front real quickly. Chadwick to the bottom of 4. Oh, Judd almost hit the 78. Checks up just in time. Good move there from the 85 machine. Oh, loses Thornhill. Oh, back up the speedway. Takes out 2 cars. Quick caution there and a devastating one there. 68 of Brandon Thornhill gets loose out of 2. Corrects and overcorrects back into the 85. Kills the 85. And I think probably sets Wes Holland back yet again. Crashing going on behind those guys too. Not sure who those numbers were. I did see Mark Jackson involved in the secondary caution. Aerial footage coming up. Yeah, some arc braking going on with the 3 and the guy that hit the 3. So, yep, had a short run yet again. Like I said, we're in that notion of, I would say, street stock super late model style racing around a short track. But we brought some cup cars here and had less cautions before too. So, who knows what the battle is? We'll obviously get our heads together and see if, I believe it's mostly driver. It can't be all that vehicle. I know it's probably difficult to control at this point, but I got to figure out what you can control and what you can't control. Cal Chadwick is back to the lead. Most of those leaders probably took their final 4 tires out there. Two hard chargers here tonight. Chadwick and Brandon Murray have been all over the field, as is most of the guys with the difference in pitting strategies at the moment. Alright, pace car lights are out. Chadwick, Murray, 1-2 on the double file restart. What's that, Mr. D'Amico? Alright, well, we're going to take a quick break. Be it if we come to the green, we'll be right back and see if we can't fix the screen again. Oh, it's good now. Mr. D'Amico is telling me stuff in the ear, and I'm just trying to talk well through it. We're going to stay with it. We're not going anywhere. So, pace car lights are out. Rob Haynes going to be on that inside behind the 88 of Kyle Chadwick Pepsi machine there. Drive for Diabetes Awareness on the hood of Brandon Murray. Pace car down. Up to the leader to start. Wait to the box. Green flag. Here we go. Chadwick with a good comparative start to the rest of the field. Rob Haynes, probably fresher tires among some of these guys here. Down to the inside of Brandon Murray for battle for second. Old Gorilla Tape machine trying to battle out Brandon Murray here, sticking with it on the high side. Kyle Chadwick trying to walk away, create a little bit of space in case this keeps going green. Mixing it up back there's the 3 machine. Looked like he almost got in the back of someone, or vice versa. Ooh, Rob Haynes with a squiggly move up in front of Brandon Murray. Brandon Murray goes down to the inside. Brandon Murray going to have the run through 3 and 4 now. Maybe he came up and gave him a love tap at the door. Rob Haynes going to squeeze him off the corner. Justin Michael, Mark Jackson just behind these guys with Jeff Merck there and Ronald Klein. Still looking like a good battle. Oh, Brandon Murray squirrely off of turn number 2. That's where old tires do like to fail, is through the dog leg and turn number 2. And that was at least what we've seen here tonight. Ronald Klein now looking for behind the number 2 machine. Kyle Chadwick still maintains about almost a second lead up front here with this good start. Let's go see if we can't find some battles back here. Position number 7 here to Randy Arms. Just in front of him is Justin Michael in that yellow Mel machine. Or Mel Yellow. I said that backwards, didn't I? Octane Racing on the 83. Mark Jackson with some spoiler damage, trying to stay with these guys. Easy enough to do on the short tracks and in these cars. Oh, someone's loose back there. That was the 78 of Kevin Winter. 4 wide back there. Big old blocks from the 78. Almost didn't set up real nice. Let's go view Kevin Winter. Looks like he's around the 12th position. Last time I clocked him by. He's gotten away. He obviously has better tires, just maybe a little less patient to get through those guys with lesser tires behind him. Andrew Schulter, Chris Voiles trying to follow him through the 44 of Ray Richer. So that battle is straightened out pretty quick. Let's find 9th position here of Scott Patton. The 921 machine trying to get back. He's a little bit more patient through the field. Has Vern Markheim just behind him. Mark Jackson starting to slow on that inside with damage, and maybe, I think he's got fresher tires. Oh, there goes Scott Patton down at the bottom. Almost 3 wide. Mark Jackson has to go middle lane through 1 and 2. Vern Markheim's going to fill the hole right there, too, through the dog leg. 921 takes it down to the bottom. Mark Jackson just slowing up a bit due to that damage, probably keeping him back a bit. Markheim still trying to fly through there with Scott Patton. Scott Patton's going to come up on Justin Michael. Probably 3 fast racers right here looking to get to the front. Kyle Chadwick still maintains about 6/10, 7/10 lead over Rob Haynes. Let's go visit the front end here and see what's going on. I think Rob Haynes is starting to get his car into gear. Brandon Murray's still just right behind him too. Kyle Chadwick nice and smooth. No battles there for the 88 machine. Put himself really in a great position. 20 laps to go here this evening. Good green flag run here. I don't want to jinx it, but good green flag run right here after that middle section not being so great. A large middle section, I should say. Trying to see the timing loop difference here, first to second. Rob Haynes is definitely gaining. He is getting a no contest, though, for second place as Brandon Murray's just following his line, and Randy Arms is flying up there through 4th at the moment. Tire difference for sure between the 88 of Kyle Chadwick and the 199 of Rob Haynes. Chadwick probably the oldest tires amongst all these leaders out here. Five-tenths is the lead now for Chadwick. Looking to keep it out here. I know he's probably sweating a ton. He doesn't need a caution. He just needs to find some other gear. He needs to find 6th gear out here in this race. Rob Haynes has definitely found his momentum with Brandon Murray falling right behind. Randy Arms gets to the back of that number 2 machine. 83 now going to have to pressure the 2. Brandon Murray went low through the front straightaway in that Drive for Diabetes awareness machine, trying to block the low line from Randy Arms, trying to say, hey, stay in position until we figure something out. Nice patient moves from the 83 of Randy Arms on a teammate's bumper, but nonetheless, here he goes to the inside, off of turn number 4, down through the front straightaway, through turn number 1. Randy Arms takes it away, Octane Products machine. Brandon Murray conserves his vehicle, doesn't throw up too much of a battle. Rob Haynes now within 4/10, probably closer to 2/10 here. Worried that Randy Arms may be using a lot of tire right here, which might be beneficial to Rob Haynes and Kyle Chadwick. We'll see how much left he has. 15 laps remaining here at Phoenix. Randy Arms to the bottom of the dog leg. Maybe found a little bit of speed, at least positioning to get through the corner. He's going to have to really slow that car up in the middle of turns 3 and 4. He gets it hooked up real nice. Looks like he's on a line right now. Rob Haynes, no contest for position number 2. Chadwick is going to have to throw some major blocks, and who wouldn't lead this race and seeing old Randy Arms coming up behind him. Randy Arms still maintains a little bit of a distance back to Kyle Chadwick, around 4/10 here, as he now closes down the gap that Rob Haynes had. Chadwick sweating a little, but still has to focus on his line. We'll keep an eye on the timing interval and see if we can't find some battles going on through the rest of the top 10 pack here. They're about single file, looking for closer times together. That's where we see our incidents. They're about single file. You know, all lead lap cars, all the cars on the track, potentially 21, 22 cars still finding ways around the speedway. So, yep, all single file, all looking at the same. So let's go back out front, because that's the margin. It is about 4/10. I've seen second place get to Kyle Chadwick, who seems to just capitalize on every mistake. Randy Arms with a good lap there, going to close down the time just a bit more, 2/10. Randy Arms may be able to get to him, but what can he do when he gets him? He has to wait for Kyle Chadwick to make a mistake like that off of turn number 2 through the dog leg. 3 and 4, Chadwick has a great line there, no mistake. Don't see the car slide too much, using that gas pedal efficiently. That is where Kyle Chadwick is good, but Randy Arms just as good through there. No gap there to the back bumper over that last lap. Randy Arms really carrying more speed through 1 and 2 on entry. Chadwick using the high exit. Back through 3 and 4 we go. Good battle up front from these guys, seeing how they maneuver around Phoenix. Old configuration of Phoenix. It has not been updated. Oh! There's Chadwick with a slide. Randy Arms is going to get to the bottom. No, he doesn't make that. He's going to stay right behind the 88. Don't want to make a move too early and set yourself up for the bump and move. Chadwick still maintaining. Oh, caution, caution.
All right, you know about
We'll have to see what happened. Justin Michael. Oh! And on the ladder end, contact with Chris Voiles, his teammate. That's probably going to end Justin Michael's night. Not quite sure where it originally came from, but maybe some contact with the 78 entering turn number 1. We'll have to see. Yeah, some bump and move there from Kevin Winter, the 13. And the big contact that ended his night there was from his teammate Chris Wills, who was not expecting Justin Michael to come back down the speedway. So Kevin Winter, 78 bump and run technique, takes 2 cars to the caution at the end of the race here. Well, that's gonna be a setup here. Let's see. Chadwick stays out. I'm not quite sure with why Randy Arms went down pit road. Maybe a fake out. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Yeah, a little bit of a fake out from the 88. Just misses the commitment line. Yeah, well, I mean, we do have 2 potential green-white checkers aligned. We'll have to see if they need them. Hopefully they don't, because that was a nice little decent, run there. I think Chadwick is a sitting duck, though, for that 921 of Scott Patton. Randy Arms technically going to come out 4th, I think. No, he's a little bit further back than that. I could be wrong, but maybe somewhere the top 10, second place machine of Randy Arms. Next week's race here on the K&N schedule is actually not going to be Five Flags. We're going to be at Rockingham. So another 1 mile speedway there. Tight little corners, good front stretch maneuverability. Hard to get off of turn number 2 there at Rockingham. Should be a fun little race in the K&N car. I did mention we are going to a lot of 1 mile tracks, which is how the K&N ARCA series technically operates. Tomorrow night here, back again on MaxSpeedTV with the Loose Lug Nuts Cup Series summer schedule. We'll be at Texas, I believe, under the lights. We went green to checkered with 21 machines on Thursday. Let's see if those Cup guys can do the same at Texas under the lights. We'll be kicking that off. Should be live around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pace car looking to dive off. Could be a quick 4-lap shootout if we stay green. Wait, Chadwick back to the green really quick. Good start from Kyle Chadwick. Jeff Burke stays with him, as does Kevin Winter. Scott Patton. Kevin Winter goes to the bottom there. Looks like Chadwick a little bit slow off of turn number 2. Gathers it, car into the wall. Big crash behind him. Yellow. We're going to go to a green-white checkered here. I believe that was the 55 of Haney. Wait for that replay to pop up on my end. See what happened here. 55 of Haney, loose off of turn number 2, turns into the wall, takes the 14, the 76, the 83, 85 yet again. 3, Mark Jackson, looks like he barely escaped. All this benefits, I would say, Randy Arms, but he was involved in that caution. Not sure if anyone can get by the 88 of Kyle Chadwick, who had an amazing run out front for that long last green flag run. Quick back to the caution. Now he's got to sweat bullets. All about that restart. 88 of Chadwick types in that there is rain in turn number 4. I think he's fibbing out there. Justin Michael taking it over the wall. So there goes Michael D'Amico's early pick of winning the race. Have lined up heavy damage. Unable to recover is Justin Michael, winner of Thursday's race. I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow in perfect form at Texas. Approaching that 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Well, about over an hour from where I wanted to see these guys complete this race. But we learned some. We'll move on to Rockingham next week for, I believe, around 105 laps at that speedway. Pace car lights are out. Green white checkered attempt 1 of 2. Chadwick still in that lead. Has Jeff Merck on his outside. Kevin Winter on his inside behind him. Scott Patton's there. Looks like Tony Romack having a good run here tonight, as is Ray Richer making it through all that mess. Judd Danielson with a beat up car back there, trying to hold on to all 4 of his tires. Brandon Murray on his outside. Like I mentioned, Judd Danielson. Rob Haynes back in the top 10, as is Vernon Margheim. Here we go. Waiting for that pace car to drop. There it is. Chadwick with a slow approach. Waiting. Got to get up and go. There goes Chadwick. Green flag. Merck heavy on his outside. Got to wait for Chadwick to slip up. Pinches him through 1 and 2. Merck eases off. Chadwick gets through 1 and 2 normally. Kevin Winter now going to charge through. Merck charges down to the inside. There's Scott Patton on the outside. Blocked from Jeff Merck. Kevin Winter to the inside. Chadwick barely holding on. White flag waving. Winter to the inside. Crashing behind him. White flag was first to show. We're going to get back. Oh! Big... Wow, that was a weird move. Scott Patton to the lead. Scott Patton back to that lead. Kevin Winter looks like he has second after taking out the leader, Tony Romack. There we go. We will probably get some interviews going up here. Kevin Winter with the takeout of the leader going in through 1 and 2. Scott Patton there with the win, successfully waiting out the carnage. Tony Romack, a great third place finish in that hip check machine. 4th place, Brandon Murray. Jeff Merck brings it home 5th. Rob Haynes 6th. Wes Holland 7th. Brandon Thornhill in the 68. He's 8th. Mark Jackson 9th. And Bob Wells collects it up back home 10th. Great short track racer in Bob Wells. Seeing if we can't find Scott Patton out here. I know he normally doesn't connect to TeamSpeak here. No interview from Kevin Winter as he is disconnected. Let's see if I can't find Mr. Tony Romack. He'll be at least the first on the board. Let's see. There's Tony Romack. Well, dude, probably not the greatest race in history, but still, you brought that 62 machine home for a 3rd place finish. Tony Romack, you got a copy here on TeamSpeak. Well, no interview here from Tony Romack. Big congratulations to him and Scott Patton for holding on to that. Wow, looking to see if anyone else joins up here. I believe. Now, I got Scooter here. Is this Scott Patton?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I'll have to get used to that nickname then. But, you know, dude, we saw you on Thursday. Heck of a run there. You waited out the mischief on that last lap. Took control with a great race car and finish first here tonight.
Yeah, long night for our Chevy Impala here with Northeast Motorsports Museum on the hood tonight for the season opener. Great crowd in the stands and long race, but heck of a battle. I thought I was pretty content with 3rd, 4th, or 5th there, and then the seas just kind of parted before me there in turn 1.
Yeah, that they did. Short track style racing, I wouldn't even say that. There was a long stretch of there that was just too many cautions, but at some point that short track showed up. Did you have to mix bumpers with anyone or to get by? You look pretty clean throughout there, the stuff that you missed.
Yeah, that was my goal, was to be there in the end, with all the fenders on the car. So I was trying to keep it off everybody the best I could, including the wall, which I failed at on Thursday night, but came through tonight.
All right, Scott. I mean, you look well. You got a 3rd place finish on Thursday with a beat-up car, some short track style racing in this ARCA machine with a win, and now we move on to Cup tomorrow night. I mean, we're excited to see you. You look like a great contender, and I'm happy to see your racecraft here at Loose Lug Nuts Racing.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do. It's a heck of a job with the broadcast, and looking forward to the competition here. Looks like some really great races coming up.
All right, Scott. See you next time, buddy.
See you, bud.
All right, one more attempt here with Tony Romack. You got me, man?
Hey, Jeff, I got you now. Sorry about that.
It's fine. Well, like I was saying before, brought the Hemp Shack machine to a 3rd place, just like Scott Patton. Maybe even followed him through that crazy last turn 1 there. So,
yeah, we got lucky going through there. I'm not sure what happened, but it was like that pretty much the whole race, man. Just kind of try to survive and without any damage.
Yeah, a lot of the guys out here enjoying the new damage model at the end of the night. But, you look like with the 18th starting spot, maybe not a good qualifier. Did you figure top 10, or did you say, you know what, this is my night for a podium?
Well, it's funny. I got all this new equipment, and my old trusty G27, I'm not near as fast as I was with that thing. I'm still learning this new stuff. Yes, a top 10 anytime is all I shoot for.
All right, Mr. Romack, good to see you back. Got a good finish here tonight for the Summer Series on the K&N side. We'll be at Rockingham next week. Got Cup tomorrow. Hope to see you where we can, and we'll talk to you then, buddy.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Have a good night.
Well, those were our 2 interviews here tonight. Sorry for the lackluster middle part of the racing. Good beginning, good ending, at least exciting, I should say, at the end with some of those hook and turns. We'll see what we got next week at Rockingham. We'll be back live here tomorrow night with the Cup Series, like I mentioned, at Texas Under the Lights with those Cup cars. It'll be some fun. Thank you to our sponsors here. Obviously, Over the Top Designs with John Hendrick, ASN, MaxSpeedTV, RaceGear.com, and our usual title sponsor here for the remainder of Summer Series across all divisions, Abruzzi Racewear. Your wear, your way. Go check them out. See what you can get for your sim wear and karting wear. All right, guys. Crazy world out there. So, like I sign off every week, and I truly do mean it, stay safe, everyone.